I was President and Chief Executive Officer of WakeMed from 1983 to 2003. I had a heart attack on August 15th. I started to perspire. I was in the living room playing the piano, and there's something going on here. And so after my practice, I walked into the family room and I said, Meredith, you better call the squad. The emergency department has a cath lab team available every night. And thank God they did. And that's what greeted me. So Dr. Wood told me what they had found was blockages in 2 descending arteries. And she said, don't worry, I'm going to fix it. And when she said that, I knew I was in good hands. And then I've known Dr. Go for a long, long time, so I'm always glad to get back with him. And he is my doctor right now. I really did not think that I wanted to go to cardiac rehab when I was talking to Gary. I almost said, well, I think I'm going to be all right on my own. I'll walk and I'll lift weights. But he said, no, you really need to think about this, and I would really like you to go. So I had some hesitancy, but once I got into it, I really looked forward to it. I had 13 sessions, and every time I left, I was getting closer to the end of it, and I said, I really don't want this to end. The cardiac rehab location looks like a gym. They have all sorts of apparatus for you to work on, and then afterwards we had a lecture on the food that we eat. I learned about carbohydrates and proteins and what is good for you and what isn't good for you, but I just have the highest regard for that staff. When you graduate, you get to hit the symbol, and then you sign your name with a message on the tablets, and they all wish me the best, and I'll tell them, I know my way around over here, so I'll come back and see you. I reflect upon the trauma program. It was not here. There was no trauma program when I arrived in Raleigh. I reflect upon the rehabilitation program, which, having been through cardiac rehab just recently and seeing the level of activity over there, and it is the only rehab hospital, that makes me very, very proud. Every time I go out to Cary, I drive by that hospital, and it takes my breath away to see how that hospital has grown from what we started with, and the same with WakeMed North. So all of that makes me just so proud, and to know that it's here gives me great comfort.